Hi guys, so it is now 9:26 a.m. on Saturday, and I've gotten the laundry into the dryer, and I turned on a video, and I told myself, I think I'd said when the laundry is done washing, but I ended up doing it longer. Am I done? No, right? And this is the hardest part for me by far. I know that having like a decluttered, organized space would help me a lot, right? But that's just one thing I've got to do, and I'm on my own, and taking care of her and everything. So I am troubleshooting, and I'm like, what would it take for me to feel like motivated to do the process? If it was like put 10 things away and you're done, I could do it. But when it's like feels like thousands of decisions, it's not gonna happen in one day by myself. It just literally won't. That's the part I struggle with the most. So I decided that she's leaving for spring break in like, I guess less than a month, but we'll just say 20 days. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell myself every day, work for 10 minutes minimum, but 10 minutes, and then 10 items. In that way, because I was going to do 10 minutes or 10 items, but that's just not, my brain's just not getting on board. Like, that's not enough. But if I do 10 minutes and then 10 items, then in 10 days, no matter what, I'll have picked up 100 items, right? Like, that's just how it works. And then the 10 minutes can be focused on filling like grocery bags with trash. I filled 2 grocery bags with trash, a lot of it's like old mail and stuff, but that's okay. It all counts, is what I'm telling myself. So that's my newest thing I'm going to do. And so that means that in 20 days, that'll be 200 minutes at least, and 200 items. And the reason I'm struggling is because I'm not having any fun, basically. Like, I'm not getting to, fill my cup, really. But in 20 days, I will get at least a chance to do that. And I'm showing myself that by doing this, by committing to this for the next 20 days, it's only going to help me when I actually do get a little bit of time to myself. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do to get myself on board. And when I said that I'm overriding my mind, I was, but I also realized you can't override your nervous system. And so that's why I told my nervous system, hey, this is why, like, we're safe. Like, we're going to celebrate the effort that we put in. And it's very overwhelming for me. But I know it's not my fault. And so I'm trying to tell myself maybe one day, I'll help other people organize. I could actually do that now, because when you don't have to make the decisions, it's like simple, right? And when you don't have to have the emotions, it's simple. So just reminding myself. So the goal is, just like I did with the push-ups, which ended up being a success. So the goal is, like I said, 10 minutes every day and then 10 items. And that will just naturally do at least 200 of each. And it's going to be hard for my mind to say you didn't even try when I'm literally trying, So, and that's something that I can see. There goes my voice. And that's something I have control of and I can do. Now, I did way more than 10 minutes and 10 items today, right? So I'm not saying I have to stop there, but I'm telling myself that's the minimum, and that will make a difference. It just will, like, by definition. So I'm excited actually now, because it's like measurable, but not stringent. which is what I really need, is to feel and see and measure them making progress, but make it so that even if I'm totally exhausted, I can still be successful. And I know I can do 10 minutes and then 10 items. So anyway, I'm going to go downstairs now. I did do a short meditation and a tapping. So I rewarded myself with that. And I realized that is where the resistance is coming from. Is okay, so we're just doing responsibility, like it's never stopping. And it's never enough. And that's not going to lead to a joy-filled life, right? So this is me taking back that control to the extent that I can in this moment, which is to look forward to 20 days from now and be like, in 20 days from now, you're going to have at least 200, your house is going to be 200 minutes at least, at the very least 200 minutes better and 200 items picked up. So it's a head start basically for then when she's gone. And then instead of I finally get time and then I feel like I have to spend it kind of putting the house back together, which is not fair to me to never have fun, right? And so this is me kind of taking a stand and saying, no, I deserve to have fun too. And just like with the push-ups, I told myself, this is the plan, and as long as you follow the plan to the best you can, then even if you're not to 5 push-ups by New Year's Eve, you're still going to do 5 push-ups on New Year's Eve so that you can be successful. It's the same way with the cleaning up the house. I'm telling myself, like, I'm going to say you can have fun, even if the house isn't done, right? Which it's never done, but if you do these steps along the way, that's what I'm going to tell myself. So it's not a matter of if the house is perfectly clean and organized, then I can have fun in 20 days. It's if I do this effort every day, I'm allowing myself to then have fun regardless, because I know that I've done the effort, right? And it's not only, like I said, it's not only like the right thing to do, but it's like the nervous system will rebel if it feels like it's never getting any whatever. Like I said, the body will give out. And this has been my MO in the past, is working really, really hard all the freaking time. And then when I get a break, not getting to take a break. And then working really, really hard and then not getting to take a break. And it just never stopped. This will be the first year in 3 years that I won't have to move, God willing, from like a dangerous situation. So I really have never gotten to actually have like a break, even when I have a break. So it's exciting because it's really getting to the root of why I feel overwhelmed all the time. Of course I do, type of thing. And it's coming up with solutions that I am in complete control of, which is very important right now, to move the ball, to move the needle in a significant way and in a visual way. I'm just reminding myself, because exercise for me, if I was doing it for the like physical benefit, visual benefit, to me it's very invisible. I just don't notice stuff like that. So I don't do it for that, And I'm telling myself the same way with the house. Like it will be in better shape. It just will. That's how it works. But I don't know if my brain will realize that. So I'm not going to rely on that. I'm not going to rely on, does it look better? It's like, I don't remember, But just by the facts of if you. And also I can have the grocery bags. I don't have like tons of trash by any means. That's the funny thing. But it can be like, during the 10 minutes, look for trash. And then the 10 items, put 10 items away type of thing. Because when I look at my room, I feel like there's thousands and thousands of decisions I have to make. And so it's just like, I'm down for the count before I even start. But I also don't want to live in chaos. So I'm not okay with just being like, well, this is just how it is. No, it's not. So I'm using that discontent and that frustration to fuel me. But for the first time, in a sustainable, instead of boom and bust, sustainable and no fail, like a fail-proof way. So anyway, I'm going to go do the yoga with my daughter, and we might end up beating the boss. Like, we might end up beating the game today, the Ring Fit game. I'm not sure. And it's almost bittersweet. And that might sound silly, but I really related that game to life, It's very, very symbolic. So anyway, have a great day. Love you guys.